Hey, this is what I'm doing today, getting this all buttoned up. Got 2 doors. Hey, good morning. I got a fire out here in the shop. My goal today is to get these doors all buttoned up, getting the cranks, locks, latches, glass, wing windows, door panels, all the little stuff put on. So come on along.
All right, this wing window, putting it back together. Well, starters, when I took it apart, I just ground these rivets off to get the wing window out. Go to put this back together. I can just insert some pop rivets in here and rivet that down. This way here, that looks normal. And then these rivets are just hidden behind the door pillar. So this is the door glass run seal. Got the felty texture to it. It's the same for both sides on this here. All right, so these seals have been bagged up, sitting around for a couple of months, and it's cold. So I am going to, just to make it easier, I'm going to lay them here by the fire where they can warm up, not get them too hot. My glove, put them on my glove dryer. And warm them up and make them a little more pliable, easier to work with. They should just kind of relax a little. All right, just a little side note. These window runs for the square bodies, there's 2 versions. There's the older style and the later model. The number 11 for these 73 to 80s, there's one version for the right and left, so you can just use that part number for both sides. But if you go to if you got a later model, 81 to 87, they are right and left, so be aware of that. So there's a little issue here with these holes lining up. So here's what I'm concerned about. See that hole? It's off about a good 1.5 inches from lining up, which means I can just pop a new hole in here. And the same up here. This one was really close to lining up, but not quite exactly where I need it. So I might just pop a new hole in here for that one as well. But down here, this little notch is where this window felt is supposed to fall into that area, which is way off. Not sure how that's gonna look. Maybe I could just trim that little corner off. Maybe it won't be so noticeable, but doggone it. Got this side done. Now I can just throw the door panel on. Pretty nice. These door panels come with all the mounting hardware and screws, these inserts. Sometimes you need to make sure that these are drilled out. Both panels, I've noticed. So just be aware of that. They're not perfect. Well, somewhere in the shop, I've got a new set of door lock pulls, chrome ones. I don't know where they're at. So I'm gonna put these black ones in for now. So I made one little mistake. I had this screw for this inner slide up here, and my window was a little floppy and sloppy in there. I was trying to figure out why. And I realized that track won't work right if it's not in the right spot. So got that taken care of. Got everything on here, just ready for the door panel. So this little clip right here that actually slides right down in here, it's really tight fitting in there. So I'm going to take a little pliers here and smash that clip just a little bit so it's not so tight. You're going to take that off of there. Have to redo something. I'm afraid this plastic, it's ABS plastic, and it might just break. I don't want to break the corner of this out trying to get it out. And the other thing, if you see me with this plastic here, this ABS plastic is a little sharp, and I noticed it trying to scratch my paint here a little bit, just right here mainly. So I'm using this bag to protect that. Give it something to slide on. Pretty much done. So I'll give you a peek at what I got going on. Okay, Okay, here's a shot of the finished product here. Other than, like I say, there's a few things I need to change, that I want to change and upgrade. One being seat belts. I need to replace those. The ones I have are just too dingy to put in, so I'll replace those. That's kind of where we're at here. Oh, and I never talked about it. Put my new mirrors on. I was waiting to assemble the doors, get the guts in there so I could actually put the piece that goes in behind here in. Kind of a reinforcement bracket. Keeps these a lot more stable. So, anyhow, they look sharp.
All right, here I'll do a little recap and some afterthoughts. Number one, when I got this window run seal, I don't know how to say it. Probably double check your product. I had the right product, the right part number and everything, but it was just built wrong, really. And it's kind of a pain to order. In my case, I ordered it like in May or maybe last fall. Whatever. Anyhow, I ordered this, never checked it to make sure. I never thought to even, it never crossed my mind to double check to make sure it was going to fit right. The length was right, but everything was off. The first hole here where it snaps in was really close, but yet it was off a little bit. This one here, the second snap was off 1.5 inches probably. And then down here, the notch for this lower door seal in the outer glass seal, that didn't line up at all. It was probably a good 3 inches off. It looked right. It was the right length, but some of the little things were off. Everything else was good. This door panel, considering it was an aftermarket made part, still fit pretty good. There was a couple little things. Both door panels, these two holes were not drilled out. Great. They're made of ABS plastic, which is a little more brittle, so you have to be careful. But other than that, it fit good. And the door, or the armrest. I don't know if you can tell. It bothers me a little bit, but it's not horrible. The colors are off just a hair. But from all this color to this color matched perfectly enough. Now to the mechanics of this, one thing that should be mindful of, at least for me, it seems like I always forget how to put the guts in these doors. Before you put this window run channel down in here, it's a lot easier to hook up this door latch mechanism or the linkage to this door latch in here. It's a lot easier without that run in the way. But then you'll have that bar coming through that opening. You have to kind of pick and choose. I really think it'd be easier to have this installed before you do the glass and before you get this run in. The other side, that's how I did it. Everything went good, and I came over here and was just thinking about having more room in these openings for my arm. And I neglected to, or never even thought about that being difficult to hook back up. And it is. It's kind of hard. You can't see what you're doing. Anyhow, with that being said, upgrades. Somewhere in this shop, I have no idea where I put them. I've cleaned, organized, moved stuff around so many times that I have a brand new set of door latch pulls in here somewhere. I have no idea what I put them. It was a small enough bag. I thought I would have stapled them to the wall so I can find them, but I don't know. I thought I was organized. I wasn't. These black ones don't look bad. I'm just considering buying a new set of chrome ones. And then these look fine, these door latch pulls. But I'm considering upgrading, replacing both of these with new. It's like, I don't know, $16, $17 a side for these two parts. I think this is $7. I think this is 9, somewhere in there. So anyhow, I'm considering replacing these 3 things, as well as I have the original wing window latches, and it's always a nice upgrade to do the newer style 81 and newer that has the push button. So for security, kind of a nice upgrade. So those are the 3 things that I want to do, or 4 per door. But other than that, everything's good. Those are the only things. Oh, and these, if you do have trouble with these not lining up, I just got my hole punch out, punched some new holes, and that wasn't a big deal. This, where this fit in here, was a little bit more of a big deal to me because it just doesn't look like it should. Anyhow, I am tickled with this. Now that I got that buttoned up, I don't have to worry about getting the inside all dirty. That was a concern. I was dusting it out, cleaning it out every couple of days because every time I'm sanding, there's dust all over the air, dust on everything, and getting in my new interior. So that's buttoned up. I don't have to worry about it anymore. Anyhow, thanks for following along. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. I hope you have a great day. And remember this kind of stuff anybody can do. It's easy work. So thanks for following along. You won't believe what I just found. Yeah, look. There they are. Not the box I was expecting to find them in. Big win for Lair.
Oh yeah.